welcome to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gaby, and this week we're going to start our month-long Halloween Spooktacular. So, if you don't like our movie review style episodes, we will see y'all in November.
Yeah.
So we're going to kick this thing off with reviewing kid-safe Halloween movies. So these are going to be spooky movies that are rated G and PG.
That's right. Now, the movies that we are going to be discussing today are Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin, Spookley the Square Pumpkin, Twitches, Halloweentown, Hocus Pocus, and Corpse Bride.
Yes. Now we're going to be talking about all of our opinions about all of these movies, so be warned, spoilers are up ahead.
Yes, and you'll notice that Nightmare Before Christmas is not on this list, but don't worry, we haven't forgotten it.
Yeah, Nightmare as a movie is just like really hard to categorize.
Yeah.
Some people think it's a Christmas movie. Some people think it's a Halloween movie. So we said we're going to make an episode in November of movies that aren't quite one season and aren't quite the other. Yes. So we're going to be talking about Nightmare Before Christmas and Rise of the Guardians in November.
I'm so excited for that episode.
Yeah, me too.
Rise of the Guardians and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. So,
but shall we get started?
Yeah, but really quick, I just wanted to highlight what we're wearing today for those audio listeners that we have. I'm wearing my favorite, well, okay, it's not my favorite because I don't wear it that often. It's my favorite because I don't get to wear it that often because it's too hot in California, you guys. It is too hot to wear this sweater.
That's me with this.
Yeah, so I have my little skeleton sweater on, and he's holding a little jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. It's very cute. I also am drinking some lemon tea out of a jack-o'-lantern mug that I found at Albertsons for $5. Go Albertsons.
Yes. And I'm wearing a dark purple fuzzy sweater. Even though it looks black on camera, it is dark purple.
It's purple.
Swear. Yeah. And I am also drinking tea today. And it is pumpkin spice Robos, I think is how you pronounce it. Hold on, where is it? Rooibos. Rooibos. Roibos. Pumpkin spice Rooibos and chai tea mixed together, which is the most fall thing I could think of, tea-wise. So yeah.
It's very fall.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm going to take the tea bag out of my bag.
I just did the same thing. So, let's get started with the classic that is Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin.
Okay, did you call it Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin?
Well, that's what we have in our notes.
Because it's Charlie Brown, but it's Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
Okay, but that's what we have in our notes, so I'm reading.
But they're wrong.
You're the one who made them.
I did not write that one. I didn't write that one.
Okay.
I was, if I did, it was because I was, consolidating.
Okay. So the synopsis of it is costumes, candy, this classic special, some things just scream Halloween. Join the Peanuts gang for a timeless adventure as Charlie Brown preps for a party, Snoopy sets his sights on the Red Baron, and Linus patiently awaits the Pumpkin Patch Miracle.
So, some facts about this movie. It came out in 1966, so it has been around for a long time.
Yes.
We're not kidding when we say it's a classic.
Yes.
It was directed by Bill Melendez, and the cast include Peter Robbins as the voice of Charlie Brown, Sally Dreyer as the voice of Lucy, Christopher Shea as the voice of Linus, and Kathy Steinberg as the voice of Sally.
Yes, and some fun facts about this movie is after this special originally aired, children all over the country sent candy to Charlie Brown out of sympathy, which I thought was adorable.
That is so cute.
And in the original comic strip, it's Linus who has trouble with the scissors and his costume eye holes, and not Charlie Brown, like it is in the special.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then Schroeder plays 4 songs for Snoopy from World War I. It's a long way to Tipperary.
I'm not even going to try. I have no idea.
There's a long, long trail. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag. and roses of Picardy. I'm gonna guess.
I think so. But yeah, I googled that one, and I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
That they're actually songs from World War One.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
So who's your favorite character?
Hands down, Snoopy. Snoopy's always been my favorite in the comics. I used to read the comics. I loved him in the comics. I love him in the movies. I love him in all of the Peanuts movies. I watch every single one for the holidays. Like, my favorites.
I love Linus. Especially in this one. Linus is so sweet.
Yeah. He is very sweet in this one. I do love him in this one too.
I think
he's like my second favorite.
I think he's my favorite in this one, but not in other ones. I think other ones it is Snoopy.
Same. I get that.
Yeah. So what's your favorite moment? Yeah. Oh, wait.
I was going to say, because Linus is my favorite in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, the Christmas one. What is it, Charlie Brown Christmas?
Yes! Oh my gosh, he might just be my favorite Peanuts character.
He's just so cute. I love when he does the whole speech about the shepherd, and it's so cute.
It is. We need to cover that in our holiday episode. I don't think we are.
Oh, don't worry. We will. We definitely will.
Okay.
We'll throw in Charlie Brown Thanksgiving in that funky movie episode.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. So, Gabby, what's your favorite moment?
Okay. First of all, I think it's hilarious when Sally just goes off on Linus and she's like, "You blockhead! You absolute blockhead! The Great Pumpkin is never gonna come, and I've been sitting out here all night in this pumpkin patch waiting for nothing!" I think that's adorable. I just think that's so funny. But, like, afterwards, he's like, "She doesn't get it." And he's, like, so hopeful and so positive. He's just so, just like my little heart.
Yeah. And mine is kind of the same, but it's when Sally decides that she's going to spend Halloween with Linus to get to see the Great Pumpkin. It's just so sweet.
Yeah, well, because she has, like, the most massive crush on Linus, and it's adorable.
Yeah. Just like, Phineas and Ferb. Isabella with Phineas. It's like, why did I forget her name right when I went to go say it? I almost said Vanessa.
Vanessa's
Is there a Vanessa in that show?
Yeah, she's Dr. Doofenshmirtz's daughter. That's a hard... Try saying that sentence 5 times fast.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz's daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, no. Let's move on.
Anyway.
So what's your least favorite moment?
Okay. It made me so sad when Lucy was so mean to Charlie Brown and was like telling him that it was a mistake that he got invited to the Halloween party. I was holding back tears when she said that. I was like, oh my gosh, Lucy, what a bitch.
I know. Mine is kind of the same, but it's when they draw on the back of Charlie Brown's head to figure out what the jack-o'-lantern design is going to be.
Yeah. That one's also really... They're just such bullies to him.
Yeah, and he just puts up with it. It's every single Charlie Brown thing, they're bullies to him, and he still puts up with it.
And he's just like, "Aw, rats, I guess that's how life is." And you're just like, oh my gosh, Charlie Brown, no!
Yeah. Because what? The Thanksgiving one
so
with Lucy pulling away the football?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does it in, like, every single one. And it's like, okay, first of all, okay... The first time, it's like, that's mean. After, like, 10 times, you're like, come on, Charlie Brown. Figure it out.
Yeah. Don't go to her. Don't be
However,
friends with her.
every time, she's like, I promise I'm not going to pull it away. And then she does it anyway. So, like, that's just mean.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't realize how much we both just don't like Sally.
Lucy.
Or Lucy.
She's just a bully.
Yeah, she is.
I don't like bullies. I'm like Captain America. I don't like bullies. That's the closest I'll ever get to being Captain America.
So what would you give this movie overall score out of 10?
Probably a 9 out of 10.
I agree. It's a classic, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a classic, but I just think Lucy is too much of a bully.
Yeah, same.
It just bugs me.
Same.
So, okay. Talking about this movie, why did every single one of those children dress up as ghosts for Halloween? Like, why are they all sheet ghosts?
I don't know.
Like, okay, like Lucy's dressed up as a witch, but she still has a sheet ghost underneath her witch costume.
Yes.
Like, what?
I don't know.
Right?
Maybe easier to animate at the time?
Maybe. I also like how even though Pigpen is still in his costume, you could still see his little cloud of dust.
Yeah.
I always
love
like
Pigpen.
Pigpen. Yeah.
He's a good one.
Yeah. I thought it was very accurate when Linus was like, oh, there's only 3 things you don't talk about with people. Religion, politics, and the Great Pumpkin. I was like, me too.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I already talked about that. Oh, okay. Who the heck is giving out rocks on Halloween?
I don't know. That's so
okay.
mean.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen this in a while, all the kids are out trick-or-treating, and Charlie Brown puts his, like, little bag out to be, like, giving some candy, and somebody, like, throws a rock in his bag. And then, like, all the kids are like, oh,
so
I
mean.
got a candy bar, I got a toy, I got a this, and Charlie Brown's like, I got a rock, and I got a rock, like, just over and over again, just getting rocks. And it's like, what the heck, why are all these people giving out rocks on Halloween? What the heck?
Yeah. Who's doing that to the poor kid?
I know, how rude.
Justice for Charlie.
Seriously.
Hashtag for this episode. Justice for Charlie.
Seriously. See on our Instagram posts. I can't speak today.
I can't speak ever.
Me too. I think that's really it. The last thing I have is that I really like
Pilot
Snoopy as a pilot. Yeah, I think
Same.
it's so cute.
Same.
I think, yeah. Just World War I fighter pilot Snoopy makes me like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, unequivocally happy. Is that the right term? I don't know.
Oh, no.
It just makes me happier than most things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, so this next one, I'll let you talk about.
Guys, this next one.
I had never seen before.
And it has a very, very tiny, tiny audience of people who have actually seen it. At least to my knowledge. If you've seen this movie, comment on our Instagram post for this episode and let us know if you've seen it. But this one is Spookley the Square Pumpkin. And it's adorable. And I love this movie. So, the synopsis is when a storm terrorizes his patch, a pumpkin cast out for his shape must step up to use his smarts to save the day and prove himself. The movie came out in 2004. It was directed by Bernie Denk. And the cast includes Sonja Ball as Spookley the Square Pumpkin, Vlasta Varana as the narrator, Craig Francis as Jack the Scarecrow, Rick Jones as Little Tom and Edgar, Michael Perrone as Big Tom, Holly Gauthier Frankel, I think, as
I don't know.
Bella, Norman, geez, these names are awful. They did not make this easy on me. Norman
Grulox
something as Boris, Terrence Scamelli as Alan, Bruce Dinsmore as Poe, and Jennifer Seguin as Bobo. So, Spookley was made the national spokespumpkin for October's National Anti-Bullying Month, and I think that is amazing.
I do too.
It's spokespumpkin? Come on, man! That's just like... I can't. And actually, the story was originally based off of a book, I believe.
Yeah,
and in the book. Yeah, and in the book, Spookley saves the day by blocking a hole in the fence so the other pumpkins won't roll into the river. In the movie, he like blocks the cart from rolling into
Yeah.
the river. They're all like, they all somehow end up in like a wheelbarrow, and yeah, he blocks the wheelbarrow from falling into the water. And the last fun fact is that as a kid, I watched this movie every year in school for 5 years.
You see, that's me with Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
I mean, I just watched Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin just cuz. But we watched Spookley the Square Pumpkin every year in school for 5 years.
No, because we would do, like, the, like, hand, like, the gloves, and you put the, like, candy corn as the fingernails, and then, like, the popcorn in it, and tied it up all pretty. It was, like, our October craft thing that we always did. But we did that, and then went into the room and watched Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, we never did that. That's cool. I wish we did that.
Yeah, the popcorn was always stale. Like, it wasn't like you could eat the popcorn. But
Yeah. Okay. So, Emma,
yeah.
who is your favorite character? I have to know.
Spookly.
Well, yeah, he's like the best character.
Yes. Because everyone else is a bully in this movie.
Except for the bats.
Except for the bats.
And the spiders. But the spiders are just trying to use Spookly to get to the candy corn crown.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say, I desperately need that candy corn crown. I need one.
Just as one of your Halloween or October cosplays, Spookly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just Spookly.
Just wearing orange. Who are you? I'm Spookly the Square Pumpkin. Just walk around like with my arms out. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
Well, Spookly, yeah. I love him. He's just, he's such a little cutie patootie.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite song?
I love If I Was Round. It reminded me a lot of a song from a musical I did when I was younger called Honk.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And the song is called Different. And it's like, I'm just different from the rest. And who could blame them wanting me to find another nest?
Yeah, it's the Ugly Duckling, right?
Yeah, it's
Honk?
Ugly Duckling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess this is essentially an adaptation of that.
Of the Ugly Duckling. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
What's your favorite song?
The Spookley the Square Pumpkin song. It just gets stuck in my head. I don't like the lyrics because the lyrics are mean, but like it gets stuck in my head. Oh, like the first time I watched it in like 5 years, which was the other night, I was just like all night. I was just like Spookley the Square Pumpkin, just like walking around my house, and my family was like, "Why are you singing that?" For like 3 days, I was singing that, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you?" Just that part. That's the only part I remember. Is the Spookley the Square Pumpkin. Jeez. So that's all I remember. Jeez. In 5 years, you think I would remember more?
Yeah. Who knows?
So
what's your favorite moment?
I love when Spookly at the very end, he gets picked to be on the farmer's porch, and it's so cute. Also, there's a little disclaimer at the beginning, like at the beginning of the Jack Olympics thing, where they're like, oh, let me look it up exactly what it is, because now I can't remember.
Okay. But that's my favorite moment too, is when he gets picked to be on the farmer's porch.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's so cute. Especially because my least favorite moment is when he's struggling during the Jack Olympics.
Right? And nobody, like, everybody's just, like, making fun of him, and it makes me so sad.
Same.
Oh my gosh. They make a plushie Spookly.
Okay, why don't you have that?
I don't know, and I need it. Oh my gosh, they made it a play.
They made it a play?
Yeah, it's a play. There's like a place. I'm seeing this place. It looks like somewhere in like the north, because there's a lot of like trees and stuff. But it could be literally anywhere. But it looks like they turned it into like a little play. Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
I want to see the kid's costume that's playing Spookly.
It's literally just a square. Shoot, where did it go? Oh my gosh, there's another picture. Oh, this is adorable. Oh my gosh, I need to share this with you right now. This is adorable.
Look at those two kids. Yeah, this is adorable.
This is adorable, you guys. But I don't know where the sign went. But essentially, for the Jack Olympics disclaimer, it basically says, like, if there's any resemblance to, like, it has no resemblance to any event, fictional or real, like, basically disclaiming that it's not, like, actually, like, affiliated with the Olympics, which I think is hilarious to me for some reason.
Yeah.
I actually paused it and read what it said. But, like, it lingers on the sign for, like, a long time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Also, it's on MTI for you to rent the rights to.
The play?
Yeah. The musical.
I love it. It's a musical. I love it.
Well, yeah, you can't do Spookley the Square Pumpkin and not have Spookley the Square Pumpkin.
I guess you're right. Spookley the Square Pumpkin.
Actually, you can, because I'm looking at the song list, and it has Look at Spookly.
Maybe it's that song. Maybe that's what it is.
Hold on. It is.
It is. Okay.
Don't Go Near the River.
Okay.
If I Was Round.
Okay.
The Boo Song.
The Boo Song?
Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, it's the, Halloween is fun for pumpkins.
Oh, the spider song.
Yeah, it's the spider song. I'm Gonna Try. She's Bobo.
Oh, that's the one that the turnips sing.
Yeah.
Also, why are they all pumpkins except for, like, 3 turnips?
I don't know.
I was like, this is ridiculous.
This Way
Why
to
are we
the
talking
Well.
about this? Okay.
The Transylvania Twist.
Okay, yeah, that one's in the movie.
Look at Me, which I'm gonna guess is a Spookly reprise to Look at Spookly.
Probably.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
It sounds like the Porch song.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
So, what's your least favorite moment? We already kind of talked about it.
When he's struggling during the Jack Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah. My least favorite moment is that. Also, when little Tom is like, Spookly can't participate in the Jack Olympics.
Yeah.
Why are these first 2 movies both about anti-bullying?
I don't know. Why did they choose Halloween?
I know,
as
right?
the center of anti-bullying.
They're like, no bullies on Halloween.
Every other holiday.
Fine. Bullies galore. Just not Halloween.
Yeah.
So, okay, I did say in my little notes, If I Was Round breaks my heart. I love that the spiders' names are Edgar Allan and Poe.
Yes. That's
I did not
adorable.
realize that until I watched it again as an adult, and I was like, oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
I also think it's really funny when the fire starts and both of the bats are like in the top of Jack's hat and they're like, we're gonna die, even though they could literally just fly away.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody didn't think that one through.
Yeah.
I was like,
so what'd you rate this movie?
I gave it an 8 out of a 10. And I said it's definitely better for little kids. It's definitely like a little kid movie.
Yeah, as my first time watching it, I rated it a 7.5 out of 10, so like a 75%.
Yeah. Again, it is like a little kid movie. I mean, I'm sure if like we were 10, we'd be like, this is stupid. But like as a 5-year-old, this thing's freaking adorable.
Yeah, I kind of want to show it to my pastor's kids.
Yeah, I'm sure they would love it.
Yes.
Absolutely a kid's movie. And like as a child, I loved it. And I kind of have like this like warm nostalgia for it. Now I need to find myself that Spookley the Square Pumpkin plushie. Yeah. I need that in my life.
Come on, Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, seriously, Build-A-Bear, where are you at?
So our next movie is Twitches, and the synopsis of it is, on their 21st birthday, Alex and Cameron reunite and discover that their unusual powers double in strength when they work together. Get caught in their spell as they work their magic. They get caught in their spell as they work their magic to save everyone they love and fulfill their destiny. The movie came out in 2005, and it was directed by Stuart Gillard. And the cast includes Tia Mowry Hardict as Alex/Artemis.
Mm-hmm.
Tamara?
I thought it was Tamara.
Tamara? I don't know.
Yeah. Because it's
Mowry.
Tia and Tamara.
Yeah. Tamara Mowry Hardict as Cameron Barnes/Apollo. Kristen Wilson as Miranda. Patrick Fabian as Thantos, not Thanos.
I thought they were saying Thanos at first, too, and I was like, huh?
Jennifer Robertson as Ileana.
I thought it was Alina.
No, Alina. Yeah, it just looks like Ileana if we...
Yeah.
And
Elena?
then...
Is it
Pat...
Alina?
Oh, no, it's definitely...
I think it's Alina.
Yeah, it's definitely that. And then Pat Kelly as Karsh.
Yeah. So I haven't seen this movie in probably 10 years.
I watch it every Halloween.
Yeah, I haven't watched this movie in ages.
So the fun facts for this movie is the names of the characters are based on a pair of twins in Greek mythology. Apollo is named for Apollo, the Greek god associated with the sun. Artemis is named for the Greek goddess associated with the moon. And Thantos is named for the god of death. Thanatos. And originally, Tia was supposed to play Cameron, and Tamara was supposed to play Alex. But the two wanted their roles to be switched. And
which
it was.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, in that case, it's so easy for them to just be like, okay.
Yeah. Which, me being a huge Greek mythology fan, like, I can't believe I've never realized, like, how close, like, Greek mythology was in this movie.
Dude, I even realized it, and I haven't seen this movie in forever.
Well, like, I've seen it, like, a bunch. I just, like, yeah. Hadn't really, like, paid attention to it.
Honestly, I do that sometimes, you know? Where you just, like, you never realize it until you, like, it's put in your face, and you're just like, oh, I know.
Because even their necklaces, Apollo has the sun, and Artemis has the moon.
The moon, yeah.
Which, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I love the words. I love the names Artemis and Apollo. I think they're pretty.
Same. I like them a lot. I like them better than Cameron and
Alex.
Cameron and Alex, yeah.
I mean, I feel like they just fit the movie a little bit better, but like I feel like if it were just like a regular movie, yeah, we'd be like, what the heck are these kind of names? But that could also just be because we're like huge Harry Potter fans and we're used to like seeing weird names.
Yeah, true.
Minerva, Hermione, Albus.
Yeah.
Just to name a few. Really quick, I did want to say, I appreciate that they made them 21 in this movie and not in high school.
Same.
Because I feel like in every other Disney movie, they would be in high school.
Yeah, they would be. But what I really like is the next movie, they have them in college. Like, in their, like, college building. Mm-hmm. Taking classes.
That's cool.
Which I really like that.
Yeah. I would like that
I like Twitches 2 better, honestly.
I haven't seen Twitches 2 in forever as well.
I like that one better.
The scene where the darkness is like coming for the babies.
Yes.
That used to scare the bejeebies out of me. So I never really watched the movie that much. Yeah. That used to scare the bejeebies out of me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what's your who's your favorite character?
I like both of the Twitches. They both have their flaws, but I like them both a lot. I can't pick one. I think they're like a really good team.
Same.
And I like how instantly close they are.
I do too. I kind of forgot about that as well, because I always think of the second one and they get into arguments again in the second one, of course.
Yeah. They're like sisters, right? Because they are sisters. But I like how instantly they're just close. Me and my brothers, we were never like that, you know?
My sister and I are starting to get that way.
Yeah, I mean, my brother Corey and I are kind of close, but we're not super close or anything.
Yeah.
You know?
My sister's 15, so she's a few years younger than me.
Yeah, whereas I'm 20 and Corey's 27.
Okay.
28.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference between us.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I love both the protectors for the twins.
Oh,
they're really cute. Oh my gosh.
I think they're hilarious.
I do too.
However, I don't really like them as a couple.
I like them better in the second one as a couple.
Okay, I haven't seen the second one in forever, so I'd have to see that one again.
They're actually getting married in the second one.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
But when they're revealing at the end of the first one where they're we're a couple.
Yeah, no.
And I was That's really weird.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
What's your favorite moment?
Okay. When Alex meets Miranda, I was sobbing. I was, like, actually sobbing.
Oh my gosh, that's an adorable moment.
So sweet. And, like, my heart just, like, oh, that made me cry. Also, at the end, when they were, like, defeating the darkness and they were listing all of the people that they love and, like, care about. And I just, like, oh, that was another one that made me just, like, I was sobbing during that part. I was just ugly crying.
Same. I was crying too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then I also really like when Thanatos comes and he's like, oh, it's too late. Cameron, right? Cameron is the one who's being controlled by the darkness. And then she comes out and she's like, no.
Yeah, it's Cameron.
Yeah.
You see, I just love when they, like, first realize that they're twins in the shop.
And they start screaming.
And they start screaming, and then, like, they run out, and they hold hands, and then it's, like, the first time we see them use magic together.
I feel like that was the clip they used to play on Disney Channel all the time.
It was.
Yeah, that was the clip.
For, like, their commercial. Yeah.
Whenever they're like, Twitch is coming up at 8/9 Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your least favorite moment?
I just really don't like when Thanatos is, like, obviously trying to trick Miranda, and she's just like, okay. Like, I'm like, she's not that dumb.
Same.
And it's so obvious. Like, you can tell at the very beginning. Like, even at the very, very, very beginning, when they first introduce him, you're like, he's the bad guy. He's just...
Yeah, it's like a Hamlet situation.
Yeah. Like, I think they were trying to make it, like, kind of how they did... Okay, I know Frozen came after, but, like, I felt like they were trying to go for that same vibe that they went for in Frozen, and I think they did a much better job in Frozen than they did in this movie. Because in Frozen, you're like, oh yeah, Hans is a good guy, and then at the very end, you're like, what? Whereas in this, it was like, you can tell he was bad the whole movie. You're like, oh, that was a jerk move. Oh, that was a super jerk move. Oh, that was an even more of a jerk move. Okay, he's the bad guy. Plus, he's...
Yeah. My least favorite moment is when Cam leaves Alex to fight the darkness just so she can go to her 21st birthday party.
Yeah. But, like, Cameron didn't sign up for it. No, I know. That's not a cool move. But, like, also I do see Cameron's point of view that's, like, she didn't sign up for this and this isn't what she thought this was going to be like. And I see both perspectives, you know?
Yeah. So, shall we get into some of our notes?
Yeah, because there's, like, a ton of notes. There's, like, half a page of notes for this one.
Well, I just want to point out my, like, one note I made about this movie.
And it's very accurate.
Cameron's parents are definitely Hamilton musical cosplayers at her birthday party. Her mom's wearing the light blue, like, helpless Eliza dress, and her dad is wearing the blue,
it's like,
helpless
like, it is
Hamilton
almost identical to the one that Lin-Manuel Miranda wears in the movie, in Hamilton.
Yes. I saw it and went, okay, so your Halloween costume is Hamilton and Eliza.
Before Hamilton and Eliza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still.
I'm not gonna lie, half of these notes are, OMG, this jerk Thanatos, F him. I said that like 3 or 4 times. So when they first get to Coventry, like for the first time, they get there, and both Karsh and Ali, how do you say her name?
Oh yeah.
See?
They switched actresses for her in the second one. I never realized that. That's what I found. Is this based on a book?
Okay. What?
No. Yes! The Power of Two. And it's white girls on the cover of the book. Like, one very goth, and then one, like, early
Okay,
2000s popular
not
girl.
quite like the movie, but close enough.
No. Eliana, pronunciation. So I don't get sidetracked again.
So
Yeah, it's Eliana.
I love when they. Where was I? Oh yes, and Karsh and Eliana kind of explain like the history of Coventry, and both of the twins at the same time just kind of go, eh. I just started laughing my booty off. I thought that was so funny.
Same.
Okay. So then, yeah, I wrote in the notes, I vividly remember that scene where the darkness tries to get the twins. That's what the one that was always scarring me as a kid. That scared me so much. I love when they do magic. They're little, like, flicks. I think they're so stinking cute. I do, too. I like the little flick. Oh, and then I asked, why is Ileana such an idiot in this movie? She's kind of dumb.
I mean, yeah. Which one is she? She's the protector of Cameron, right?
But yeah, I think I was like, why is she so dumb in this movie? I don't like that. Oh, when they included Rush by Allie and AJ, I got very excited. So yes. Ileana is. Okay.
Yes, Karsh is Alex, and Ileana
so yeah,
is
Rush by Allie and AJ, that song is fire, and then when I heard it in the soundtrack, I was like, this is Rush by Allie and AJ. Okay, so there's a scene when Cameron, I think, says that the answer to overthinking was partying, right? Was like going to the party and like hanging out with her friends. And I said, yeah, that's what I said too. 21. I was like, you're 21.
It's drinking.
Alcohol is the answer for you. Okay, let's see. That was kind of bitchy, Alex. She did make you a birthday cake and she lets you live with her. Oh, that was when Alex was being mean to, oh, what's her friend's name? I love how we're like, we're experts on this and yet we're not talking about, we have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. But hey, can I just put this fact in that I found out on Twitch's Wikipedia? According to the book, Artemis was born on October 31st as the moon was setting, and her sister Apollo was born as the sun rose.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Lucinda, that was her name. I found it in my notes because I was like, what kind of name is that? It was. Okay, so yes, when Lucinda was, no, Alex.
She was apologizing to her. Yeah, Alex was bitchy because Cameron was like, I'm going to go to my party instead of helping Coventry.
And it's like really sweet and like
and then Lucinda makes her a cake.
And Alex is like, well, I guess like nobody cares enough about me. Yeah. And Lucinda's like,
I'm spending my birthday.
Did I not just make you a cake? Like, did we not just have dinner? Like, what is your deal? And then, right? And I said,
and then she goes and apologizes, and not Alex.
I said Alex should apologize to her. Totally, 100%. Yeah. Also, she should. Okay, Cameron's dad is adorable. He's totally a Hufflepuff. Like when
he's a Hufflepuff.
They storm into her room when the darkness is following her, and then like the mom bursts through the door and the darkness just like squeals and runs away, and the dad is like, what's going on? I don't get it. What's happening? And he's like, he just like wants to be a part of it so bad. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, whereas her mom is definitely like a Gryffindor.
Yeah.
But then like her real mom,
her parents are absolutely adorable. They're the sweetest. And I love them. They're fantastic. Yes. And then I wrote F Thantos in all caps.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
I know, right?
Oh.
I know, right?
When the darkness shows up and Cameron's dad, like, grabs his wife and puts her in front of him. I was like, oh my gosh, bro, what are you doing? I mean, he's right. She could probably kick the darkness's booty. But I thought that was funny. There's like 12 laughing emojis after that.
Yeah, she could.
Let's see. Oh, when they did the whatever loser, I was like, oh, there's the origin of that. Okay,
It
when
definitely did.
Miranda and Thantos are in the castle, he says something along the lines of, there are more pressing issues than finding Cameron. And I wrote, yeah, more pressing issues, you're a jerk. It's true. The more pressing issue is that you're the villain of this story, and you need to stop. It's true. He's just, oh, gosh, it irritates me so much. You're just like, nothing to add, nothing to say.
Yeah, nothing to add.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty accurate. And then the last thing I have is, like, catch me sobbing when they named everyone they love.
I know.
Like, ugly crying sobbing.
Same.
That's that moment when you, like, text your boyfriend and you're like, baby, I love you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just like, what? Yeah. They're like, what are you doing? And you're like, I'm watching this movie.
Halloweentown. Or Twitches. I was on the next.
Close enough.
So what'd you rate this movie?
I gave it a 9 out of 10.
You gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it a 9 out of 10 just because I understand why this movie scared me. I get it.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
So shall we get into my all-time favorite Halloween movie? Like, okay, I need the audience to understand that the spooky season does not start for me until I watch this movie. This was the first one I watched out of any of them on our list because I cannot watch any other Halloween or spooky movie for spooky month until I watch this movie, and that movie is Halloweentown. And the synopsis is, this comedy adventure follows Marnie and her younger siblings as they follow their estranged grandmother, a good witch, to her home in Halloweentown, where witches, goblins, vampires, and the like lead very normal lives. On her 13th birthday, Marnie learns that she comes from a witch family and that she too is a witch. When she discovers that an evil force is plotting to take over Halloweentown, she must help her mother and grandmother save the day.
Yeah. I love the name Marnie. I think that is an adorable name.
Same. So this movie came out in 1998, and it was directed by Dwayne Dunham?
I think it's Dwayne Dunham.
Dunham?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I used to know a guy, and that's how he spelled his last name, and it was pronounced Dunham.
Well, I'm going to take your word for it. And the movie stars Debbie Reynolds as Aggie Cromwell, Kimberly J. Brown as Marnie Piper, Judith Hogg as Gwen Cromwell Piper, Joey Zimmerman as Dylan Piper, Philip Van Dyke as Luke, and Emily Roski as Sophie Piper.
Yeah.
And
great
some
cast.
fun, yes.
Great cast.
Great
Debbie
cast.
Reynolds. Amazing.
Yeah, this movie is hard to watch now, like, since 2016 with her passing. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's hard. But some fun facts about this movie is St. Helens, Oregon is where the original Halloweentown was filmed, and they welcome all tourists. In fact, they have a month-long Spirit of Halloweentown event to celebrate the October holiday and allow fans of the movie to explore the town. And they even recreate parts of the set, like the giant jack-o'-lantern in town square.
Yes, I have seen that on the internet a few times floating
I
around.
know someone that performs there.
That's really cool. We need to go.
Yeah, we do.
We're going.
One of my friends, Ashley, she got to perform there like 2 years ago. I just remember her showing up when I was stage managing Into the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing her Spirit of Halloweentown shirt, I was like, where'd you get that shirt? I need it. She went, oh, I got it when I was performing with Spirit of Halloweentown.
That's really cool.
Like, I need it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
One day Emma's gonna do it.
Yes. And then, according to Kimberly J. Brown, the flaming hairdryer Marnie accidentally picks up is actually with real flames, and there was no special effects involved.
Yeah.
when she was 13.
Yeah.
They gave her a flamethrower.
Yeah. They said, this is safe for a child. Here. Also, I love her TikToks.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do as well.
She's great.
I love them so much. So who's your favorite character?
Okay, I'm torn between Sophie and Marnie. I love them both.
Okay, I love Sophie. She's our little unsung hero of the movie.
Is.
Her doing the, like, coming up with the song and remembering the spell.
Mm-hmm. And the picking the lock.
Like, and picking the lock, yeah.
And with the cookie.
And with the cookie,
like,
yeah.
everything.
Like, they would not have won without Sophie.
Oh, absolutely not.
I love her.
So what's your favorite moment? Just sitting here, just nodding.
Yeah.
What's your favorite moment?
The Cromwell team up at the very end.
Yes. I was actually crying.
I was too.
I cried like multiple times during watching these movies.
Same.
Yeah.
Especially the last one we're going to talk about, which mostly because it was my first time watching it.
But anyway.
Yeah. But what's your least favorite moment?
Okay, there wasn't really anything I really didn't like. I mean, I liked the whole thing. If I had to choose, like, something I was like, about, it was the scene in the theater when, Aggie and, Gwen get frozen by, what's his name?
Yeah. Calabar.
Calabar, thank you. I knew I was
The
gonna...
only reason I know is because the second
one is
Calabar's
Revenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Maybe
remember.
I'll watch that while cleaning my room tonight.
Good idea. But yeah, that was like the
I
only
love
one that
Halloweentown High. I think that's my favorite of the, like, non-original one.
Okay, I haven't seen
Of the 3 sequels.
I've only seen the first one.
Okay, Gabriel from High School Musical
Is Halloweentown High?
in the 3rd and the 4th.
I like Lucas Gabriel.
Yeah, he kind of plays Marnie's. I wouldn't call him love interest, but like kind of crush kind of thing.
Okay.
They don't end up together. Well, yeah, they do. He's her love interest. Not in that 3rd one, but in the 4th one he is. I just blocked the 4th one now out of memory. It used to be my favorite, but Kimberly J. Brown didn't come back for the 4th one.
Oh, lame.
So they recast Marnie.
You can't do that. When it's Kimberly J. Brown the whole series, you can't just recast it at the very
No.
end.
But like it's worth a watch. She's in college at that point.
Okay.
So it's Halloweentown. Like she's in Halloweentown going to college there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I wish Kimberly J. Brown was in it. But yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
But anyway,
we have very few notes for this episode. Literally 2 notes.
Yeah, well, I haven't even said my least favorite moment.
Oh, yeah.
Which is when why did I almost say Beanie?
Me too.
Is the second Benny scene where he tries to grab Dylan. Like after they've already that is creepy.
Yeah. I mean, we know it's not actually him and it's like him being possessed by Calabar, but still, that's like weird.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It's freaky.
Okay, I just want to talk about the one note I wrote about this movie.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how all the extras are like weird head masks and then just normal bodies?
Yeah, they just put like special effects makeup on like their heads. That's it.
And then like they have like human hands.
Yeah. The only one that even looked slightly non-human hands was like the werewolf.
Yeah.
They just like put fur on his hands. They're like, ooh. Don't get me wrong, I understand how difficult it is to do that many special effects in one movie and how to like get that much makeup ready. However,
but I'm sorry, do witches if you're gonna.
Yeah, it's way easier to like, or do vampires, right? It's so easy to just put somebody in like a collared hood and like give them little vampire fangs.
Yeah, don't give them pumpkin heads.
Yeah,
and not give them orange hands.
Yeah, or like don't make them like green monsters in the face and then make their hands just like tan.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
No, but what about the undead Elvis guy? He was cool.
Oh, I did like him. He's cool.
I love him.
Yeah. But yeah, that's, like, really the only note we have. I mean, other than, like, I had mentioned that, like, Debbie Reynolds, she looks so young in this movie.
I know.
I know, it's really sad.
I love her.
But yeah.
Yeah. So what'd you rate this movie out of 10?
Guys, this is the first movie that I have ever given a 10 out of 10.
I don't know if I can say the same.
Well, this is the first one.
Can I?
This is the first one we've ever given a 10 out of 10.
Really?
At least for me, this is the first one I've ever given 10 out of 10.
I think so with me. I think the closest one has... Maybe the prom got a 10.
The prom got a 9.75.
Out of me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so this is my highest rating.
Yeah. Same. I think the highest we ever got was either 9.75 or 9.5.
It was a 9.75 with me with prom.
Yeah, there were a few that I gave a 9.5, but never a 10 out of 10. And this episode is an anomaly because we have 2 that are a 10 out of 10 in this list for me.
I don't know about me. Hold
I
on.
think same for you too.
Probably.
I think this just goes to show how much we really love Halloween movies.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 of them are 10 out of 10 for us.
This is like record breaking, guys. 10 out of 10 on 2 movies in 1 episode. This is nuts. This is never going to happen again. No.
So shall we get into the next one?
Yes.
I love this next one.
I do too.
So it is Hocus Pocus.
Amok.
I love this movie so much. So it is about 3 outlandishly wild witches return from 17th century Salem after they're accidentally conjured up by some unsuspecting pranksters. It's a night full of zany fun and comic chaos once the tricky 300-year-old trio set out to cast a spell on the town and reclaim their youth. But first, they must get their act together and outwit 3 kids and a talking cat.
Okay, I don't like this synopsis because they call them unsuspecting pranksters, and they're really not pranksters. They're just messing around. They're just being kids.
I
don't really like this synopsis too much.
I agree.
That's the first thing. That's really it. I just don't like this synopsis too much.
And it's also from the witch's point of view, which I found interesting.
Yeah, because it should definitely be from the kids' point of view.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
So this movie came out in 1993. It was directed by Kenny Ortega, our god from the last episode. Yes.
Huh?
Our god from the last episode.
Oh, yes. King
Kenny. The last episode would have been DCOMs.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
And the cast includes Bette Midler as Winifred, Sarah Jessica Parker as Sarah, Kathy Najimy?
I don't know, you're on your own, man.
as Mary, Omri Katz as Max, Thora Birch as Danny, and Vanessa Shaw as Allison.
Okay, but who played Thackeray? That's what I need to know.
I don't know. Do you want me to find that?
I'm pretty sure also in my notes I wrote, what kind of name is Thackeray?
Yeah, what is that? Jason Marsden.
No way! That makes a lot of sense.
As well as Sean Murray. They have 2 actors listed for Thackeray.
In the first movie?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe James Marsden did the voice.
Okay.
And one did the body.
Yeah, Jason was the voice and Sean was the body.
Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Because Jason Marsden played Max Goof.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my notes.
Yeah, and in my notes, I was like, okay, I thought Max sounded like Max Goof, not Thackeray. But now, like, in reflection, I'm like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it now.
So, speaking of our fun facts, the first one that I'll mention is the voice of Binks is also the voice of Goofy's son, Max.
Yeah.
The second one is the film wasn't released during Halloween originally. It was released on July 16th of 1993.
Yeah, which is so weird. Why would you release a Halloween movie in the middle of the summer?
I don't know.
Come on, Kenny.
Yeah.
It
And
probably wasn't
then-
up to Kenny, but whatever.
Then the last one is when Bette Midler takes the stage at the Halloween party. She says, "Hello, Salem. My name is Winifred. What's yours?" This is a takeoff of the famous line, "Hello, everybody. My name is Rose. What's yours?" Spoken by Madame Rose in the musical Gypsy during Rose's turn. Midler played Madame Rose in the television version of Gypsy in 1993, the same year this film was released.
Yeah, which I thought was a fantastic little, like, Easter egg. I love that.
Same. I do too.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite character?
I think Max.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Max just reminds me a lot of
Oh.
my brother. That's all. I just really like him. He's like, I love him as a character. I think he's just such a sweet big brother.
I love Allison so much.
I love how you just cut me off.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just that was just kind of funny. Don't feel bad. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, I do like Allison. She's fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know. If I had to choose one of the Sandersons, probably Winifred.
I think Sarah is my favorite.
Okay.
I don't know. I just really like her. Also, I had no idea that was Sarah Jessica Parker.
Really?
Yeah, no idea.
I just find it funny that Sarah Jessica Parker plays Sarah.
Right? Yeah.
Like, hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your favorite moment?
Okay. I love when Billy is like telling off Winnie. When like they finally cut his little stitches out of his mouth and he starts like ye olde English cussing her out. I think it's so funny. That was fantastic. I also thought it was adorable when Danny falls asleep cuddling Binks.
Yeah.
That just like melted my heart.
So my favorite part, I said besides Spell on You,
Because
one of my
classic.
absolute favorite moments in this film is the very end when Thackeray gets reunited with Emily at the very end of the movie after all the Sandersons die.
Right? And she's like,
And
she's
she's
like,
like,
Thackeray,
"What took you long?"
Yes.
And then he's like, "I had to wait for a virgin to light this candle."
It's so sweet. I also cried. See, I told you it's a theme. Crying is a theme.
Yeah, it is a theme.
Yeah. What was your least favorite moment, though? I have to know.
Okay. When the Sanderson sisters are at the guy who's dressed as the devil's, or as the devil at his house.
That's weird. It's so weird.
It is. I don't like it.
Yeah, don't like it.
I don't like it.
So let's get into some observations and notes.
Okay.
I said
Allison's parents are also Hamilton cosplayers.
yes, but a little bit different. Not as much as Cameron's parents and Twitch's, but very similar.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yes.
Okay, so you know when they first light the black flame candle and they're all still in the house and they all just like kick booty of all the sisters except for Max?
Yeah.
I literally wrote, right, that's his name, right? Yeah, Max. Okay. I wrote, go Allison, go Danny, go Thackeray.
And then Max is just there.
He's just like hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Okay. You know the face that Bette Midler makes in this movie when she's like playing Winifred? How she has that like frown?
Yeah.
Like her mouth is just so downturned. I don't know how she did that for so long.
I don't know.
Like it's just like
Same
it
with
looks
the
like-
one that like only spoke with half of her face.
yeah, it was just like, how do you do that for that long?
Yeah, I'm trying to like figure out how she did it. Like,
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It just kind of like, I don't know how they did that. They must have like incredible face muscles, like
Same. Yeah.
face muscles. There we go. I can talk.
There we go.
Like oh, what's his name? Like Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah.
His facial control is fantastic. So
It is.
they must just have something similar. Let's see. Oh, high school, a prison for children. Accurate. Absolutely accurate. 100%. Also, I didn't know Jessica Parker could sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sings like the little song to get the little children to like steal their souls and stuff. But I didn't know she could actually sing.
I didn't either.
And then I wrote again, Bet is the queen of facials. Yeah.
I agree.
Max and Danny's relationship. Can we just talk about that for a minute?
Adorable.
Yeah, absolutely adorable. I think, okay, at the beginning, he's like, I don't want to take her out. I'm not going to take her. And then he does it anyway. And then when she like goes to like try to kick the bully's booties.
That's adorable.
It's absolutely adorable.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh gosh. And then he has to give them his shoes? That's at the beginning, but still.
Yeah. Can we just talk about the line? You're 8. Go by yourself.
Yeah. She's 8. What? That's a little ridiculous.
Like, yeah. That line came out, I was like, she's 8? Go by herself?
She's 8 years old. Absolutely not.
You guys just moved, what, a week ago?
Yeah, and she's 8 years old, and she's in a brand new place, and you expect her to go by herself? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's very sweet, and like, yeah, just really sad.
I love
So
her.
cute.
I love their little, like, thing that she does where she's like, Peter Pan. With the tights.
Yes, she's only if next year we can go as Peter Pan and Wendy. With the tights. And he's like,
I love her.
Yeah. And the last thing I wrote is, again, like we already said, the ending made me sob. I wrote sob in all caps because I was actually sitting there crying so hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, if there's anything else. What happened to the guys that were just locked in the cages?
They're just stuck there forever.
Yeah.
They just, like, never leave.
What,
ever.
Ice and whatever the other guy's name is?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I just know that one of their friends, their costume was just a glow stick around a beanie. I saw that kid and I was like, okay.
They're teenagers. They're teenage boys. Too cool for Halloween.
Yeah, it was like all black and he had a black beanie on and it had just a glow stick, like a green glow stick around the like brim.
I don't know why the first thing I thought of was Tron. Maybe he was Tron.
Maybe he was Tron.
Before Tron existed.
Yes. And what would you give this movie overall score out of 10?
I gave this one a 9 out of 10.
Give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, great movie. I think it's fantastic. I love this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Gabby, do you want to introduce this last movie?
Yes.
Okay.
So the next movie, this is one of my...
Which I had never seen.
Is one of my all-time favorite Halloween movies. Anytime... I watch this year-round. I watch this movie when I'm in the mood for some Tim Burton, when I'm just in a spooky kind of mood. And I'm out of breath. I, like, ran from the bathroom. Sorry. So, this movie is Corpse Bride, and I love this movie. So, the synopsis...
I like it a lot, too.
So,
but it was my first time watching it, so...
Yeah, I love this movie with, like, a capital L. So, the synopsis is Victor and Victoria's families have arranged their marriage. Though they like each other, Victor is nervous about the ceremony. While he's in a forest practicing his lines for the wedding, a tree branch becomes a hand that drags him to the land of the dead. It belongs to Emily, who was murdered after eloping with her love and wants to marry Victor. Victor must get back above ground before Victoria marries the villainous Barkis Bittern. So this movie came out in 2005. It was directed by Tim Burton and Mike Johnson, and the cast includes, of course, our typical Johnny Depp actors, or sorry, not Johnny Depp actors, our typical Tim Burton actors. See, Johnny Depp and Tim Burton are like besties at this point.
Same with the other one.
Yeah. So we have Johnny Depp as Victor Van Dort. We have Helena Bonham Carter as Emily, the Corpse Bride. We have Emily Watson as Victoria Everglot. We have Tracy Ullman, who we have seen in many movies up till this point.
Yeah, the prom and Into the Woods.
Mm-hmm. And now here, as Nell Van Dort / Hildegard, we have Paul Whitehouse as William Van Dort, Mayhew, and Paul, the head waiter. We have Joanna Lumley as Maudeline Everglot, and Albert Finney as Finis Everglot. And last but not least, we have Richard E. Grant as Barkis Bittern. So some fun facts about this movie is that the puppets were 25 to 28 centimeters, about 9.8 inches to 11 inches tall, and some of the stages were so large that animators could actually fit through set doors with minimal crouching. So these were like doors in the floor that would open up from the bottom, and they would be able to like pop out of them and like actually stand on them to be able to like stand up to actually get these guys in there because they were so big. So the climactic duel scene, which includes the drinking of a poisoned wine by the antagonist, directly mirrors the climactic duel scene of William Shakespeare's Hamlet.
So Gabby, who's your favorite character?
Victoria. Come on, she is
Same.
the best.
Oh my gosh,
I
love her so much.
Right? So Victoria is amazing. She's just like so brave and so strong, and like she's like, I want to marry for love, even though her parents are like, ha 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 ha, you think we married because we liked each other? No. And she's just trying to do the right thing, right? Like she sees Victor stuck in this situation with Emily, and she realizes that that is not what he wants. Like he has stated multiple times that he wants to be with her, and she knows that. Like they love each other, and she just deserves everything, and I love her, especially when she climbs down the window on the blanket. I love that.
Same.
We'll get there. I have a lot of notes for this one. I have literally a page for this one.
Yeah.
Like an entire page. It's ridiculous. So what's your favorite song?
I love Tears to Shed.
Like the saddest song in the whole one.
I know. It's so sad, but I love it.
It's really pretty.
It's so pretty.
Yeah. I love Remains of the Day. It gets stuck in my head all the time. Just the...
It's like Spookley the
Yes!
Square Pumpkin.
Yes!
Why did I choose the two sad ones out of our two musicals? Hold on.
Are you okay? But yeah, I think Remains of the Day is hilarious.
I'm decided.
I listened to this song like 3 times today, and I love the part where they do the die, die, we all pass away. Don't need to cry, cause it's really okay. No, you might try and cry, or you might try and pray, but we all end up the remains of the day. I think that's so cute.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is your favorite moment?
Okay, when Emily and Victor are playing the piano together, it's just a gorgeous moment between the two of them.
It really is. I also love when she gives him scraps.
Same.
Right? Have you seen the theory that people think that Scraps, Zero, and Frankenweenie are all the same dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of believe it.
I do too.
Yeah.
It kind of holds like validity for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
what's your favorite moment?
I have like 2 very specific things that always make me like die laughing, and I love them. So the first one that makes me crack up every time is when they're like, when all of the dead are among the living, and they go to the church like for the wedding, and they're singing the wedding song, you know, a wedding, we're going to have a wedding. But they like show up and they're all being loud, and the pastor, Pastor Goodnick, right? That's his name? No, that's Elder Goodnick. No, Pastor, what's his name? Pastor, hold on. So I love when the dead are amongst the living, and they go up to the church, and Pastor Codswells is like, "Begone, ye foul demons! Back! And the one skeleton guy goes, "Would you keep it down? We're in a church." And then he drops his little stick, and all of the... See, I can't even get through this. It just makes me laugh so hard. And then, all of the dead people go into the church, and they have the wedding, and it's really cute. But, like, that little bit, every time, I just, like, cannot keep it together. I just lose my composure. I also love the two times when when Victoria's dad goes, "Fetch me musket." That's the other one that just gets me hard. I just start dying laughing. Yeah, and then the second time he says, "Fetch me musket," and then the butler guy is all, "Fetch your own musket," and then he leaves. Just like, okay, savage.
Okay.
You can tell I really love this movie.
Yeah, I'm looking at these notes.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. So, what's your least favorite moment?
The wedding to Lord Barkis.
Right? Isn't it just so depressingly sad?
It's so sad.
So sad. I feel so bad for Victoria.
I do too.
Like, he puts the ring on her hand and she just like, it just like flops like a little fish. She just like drops it. She doesn't even like hold it there. And her face is just like, oh gosh. Like,
Same.
They did such a good job animating that part. I just like, it makes me so sad.
Same.
So
shall we get into your notes?
Yeah, my page and a half of my page of notes.
Yes.
So I love that this film has opening credits. I know a lot of people don't like opening credits, but I love them because I feel like it really slowly transitions you into the movie. I feel like other movies just like start.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes it's just kind of like a juxtaposition to like when things start. In watching all of the old Disney movies where the credits are at the beginning, I realized how much I actually really enjoy having those beginning credits.
I agree.
Plus, when you have opening credits, you have to like, you actually have to sit through them. Whereas like end credits, people just leave, you know?
Unless it's a Marvel film.
I was just gonna say that. But like, you know, people just leave.
Yeah.
So
Makes me sad.
I know. And those people never get any recognition and nobody knows who they are. I love opening credits.
I do too.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, they also introduced Lord Barkis at the very beginning of the film in the opening credits.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I do
too.
Yeah. I really like how they introduce him at the very, very, very beginning. Let's see. Okay, Victoria's parents call her an otter.
Yeah.
But she's literally gorgeous. What?
I don't understand. I don't like her parents.
No, her parents are awful. Her parents are absolutely awful. Also, really quick, while we're talking about the manor, Hildegard is a walking question mark. She walks like she's sitting. It's true. She's like, okay, she's got like, just like, Google it. People Google it. I can't even explain how she looks like. She literally looks like a walking question mark. It's like insane. That's like the best way I can describe it. Emma's like, yeah, there's nothing else to say.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Victor's dad. I love when he lifts his hat to like introduce himself to the Van Dorts, and he has like this tiny little like just like little like dollop of hair.
Strip of a hair. Yeah.
I think it's very cute.
Me too.
Also when Lord Evergalot tries to smile and it's just like it's just like the lips are just like quaking, and then it's just like not even a full smile. Yeah. It's just like a little like pained. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So I did notice one thing about this film that I kind of knew, but I really paid attention to this time. The music is gorgeous. Not just the songs that like are highlighted, like the background music is actually beautiful.
Yeah, Danny Elfman outdid himself.
Fantastic. I love this
because he's
music.
Usually Tim Burton's guy.
He is, and he did do this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fantastic. And the piano solo is beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Absolutely. Gorgeous.
Let's see. I just wrote the chaos of the rehearsal.
Yes.
That's it. I love the chaos. So I did notice a little goof in the movie that I wanted to point out. So it's specifically when Victor puts the ring on Emily when she's still the quote-unquote branch.
The plant. Yeah, the branch.
He puts the ring on her pointer finger. But then, when she wakes up and she does the "you may now kiss the bride," it's on her ring finger. So it jumps from her pointer finger to her ring finger. And I thought that was an interesting little goof.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the middle of the movie I realized, because the scene when she wakes up is used for the trailer, and I couldn't figure out where I had seen this trailer over and over and over again. And I haven't figured it out for years. And I just finally figured it out the other day. And it was because
It was the Johnny Depp, Charlie?
Yes, it was the Johnny Depp, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because they came out, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory came out in, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory came out during the summer, and Corpse Bride came out in, like, September of 2005. Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they came out in the same year, but Charlie and the Chocolate Factory came out just barely before, and Corpse Bride was in the previews of that movie. And it took me forever to figure that out, but I did, and I was so happy.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. It's been bugging me for literally years.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We already talked about Scraps and his adorableness, and I love when Victor scratches him and his little leg does the thing.
Same.
Let's see. Oh, I also love when Elder Gutnick, like, scratches his head and the, like, one little piece of his head, like, comes up while he's scratching it.
Same.
Like, his little, like, he has, like, this big piece on his skull that's, like, cracked off. It's barely hanging on, and he scratches his head, and it, like, moves. It's just, they did a fantastic job on this movie. The attention to detail is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this next one is just a line I really like. And it's when Lady Everglot goes... Okay, some context. Lord Everglot says that he wants to choke Victor. Like, next time he sees him, he's gonna choke him because he, like, ran out on Victoria on the wedding and all that stuff. And Lady Everglot goes, "Your hands are too fat. His neck is too thin. You'll have to use a rope." That was the first time I think I've ever actually heard that line. See, the things you actually hear when you are paying attention for, like, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So back to when we were talking about Victoria climbing out the window with that blanket. While she's sneaking out, the blanket rips, and there's, like, 3 threads holding her to that blanket. And they are putting in the work. She was hanging there for, like, a solid, like, 15 seconds before they ripped.
I know.
They were just like they were putting in that work. I was like, holy smokes.
Yes. Okay, I want to mention this next one. So the Everglots think that Lord Barkis is a relative, but they're gonna let Victoria marry him.
Yeah. What the heck? Yeah. Like, Lady Everglot literally says, "Oh, he must be a relative on your side of the family."
Yeah.
And, like, they're gonna let Victoria marry him? That's a little sus.
Yeah. But hey, we like Harry Potter, where it's a lot of the pureblood families are just cousins.
Yeah. But, I don't know.
Yeah, my girl Andromeda Black got out of that situation. Same with Victoria.
Yep. Good job, Victoria. We love you, baby.
Yes. We love you.
So I love during the wedding song when Maggot starts sobbing.
I do too.
They just did a fantastic job animating this movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I wrote OMG, the tiny little cake. The sad wedding cake that Barkis and Victoria have.
I know.
It's like tiny.
Yeah, that's not enough to feed everyone.
No, absolutely not. And then when Barkis finds out that the wedding was to save her family from the poorhouse, and he, like, loses it.
Yeah.
Like, that scene I'm always like, neener, neener, neener.
That
Like-
reminds me of like Muppet Vision 3D with the 3D guy. There's like a character that's a 3D guy. Oh yeah, you don't have Muppet Vision 3D.
We did. I just haven't seen it in a long time. I can't remember.
Okay, when you come here, we're gonna go there.
Yay!
Yes. But there's like a little 3D guy, and they're trying to blow him up at one point, and he goes, and like turns into a target.
I love that.
I love him so much. I love Muppet Vision 3D. I love how I have a Hollywood Studios Star Wars mug.
Mm-hmm. See, I was on theme for today. Yes.
Okay, I have 4 mugs.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm planning on doing a different sweater and a different mug every single episode.
Oh, I'm so excited for next week's episode because I have a Beetlejuice shirt.
I need a mug for next week. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I need to find one. Anyway, moving on. I love the line. This is another one. This is like, fetch me musket.
An eye in me soup.
Yes! There's an eye in me soup. And then everybody starts freaking out.
Yeah.
It's just like so calm. And then it's just like losing it. I just love that. Also, the moment when Victor and Victoria and Emily like all like, or not that one, sorry. Later. That's later. No, this is when all of the dead reunite with their family members.
I know.
I love that. When the one skeleton guy is going, honey cakes, sugar plum, Gertrude, and she's like, I don't remember what his name is, but she also walks like a question mark.
Maybe that's a trait of the family.
But Hildegard isn't part of the family.
True.
She just works for them. But anyway, she also walks like a question mark. That's just sweet. I love and the little kid goes, Grandpa? That also gets me. Just like pulls on my heartstrings. Let's see, I'm almost done here. Dearly beloved and departed. Great line.
Yes.
Okay, also, when that one guy's jaw literally falls to the floor.
I know. That was
comedy is
yes.
10 out of 10. And the last little bit I wanted to talk about is, okay, during the wedding to Emily and Victor, it gets interrupted by Lord Barkis realizing that Emily was, like, that he killed Emily, like, that Emily was back from the dead, I guess.
Yeah.
And all of the dead are like, oh, that's the guy, oh, we're gonna beat him up, we gonna, like, they're ready to get rid of him. And, Elder Goodnick says, we're amongst the living, we must abide by their rules. And then Barkis drinks the poison that was meant for Victor.
Yeah.
And then I love Maggot goes, not anymore. And then Elder Goodnick goes, yep, he's all yours. And they all just like rush to go get him and take their revenge.
Yes.
And then there's that really sweet moment after when Emily is finally free.
I know.
And she turns into all the beautiful butterflies that we see at the beginning of the movie.
I know.
That Victor is observing and drawing at the very beginning of the movie. She turns into all those beautiful butterflies. She tosses the bouquet. First the old lady catches it, and Maggot looks at her like, yeah, we gonna get together. And the old lady's like, tosses it, and Victoria catches it, and it's this very sweet moment.
I know.
And I just love that.
I love Victoria.
Yeah.
I love Emily.
So, this movie's just fantastic.
It is.
Aren't you so glad that you've seen it now?
Yes, I am.
Because I think everybody's lives would be better by watching this movie.
I agree.
I absolutely adore this movie.
Yeah.
I cannot rave about it enough.
I love this movie. Yeah, it's good.
I do too.
So what'd you rate this movie?
So this is my second 10 out of 10.
Same.
Yeah. I think this movie is absolutely perfect. I would not change a single thing.
Same.
I think this absolutely perfect the way it is.
Same.
And it's just, like I said, I just absolutely love this movie. Yep. I'm just gonna keep saying the same thing because I can't think of anything else to say other than it's perfect and I love this movie.
Yeah. So shall we see them in the outro?
I think we shall.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. Gabby, would you like to tell our lovely audience what we will be chatting about next week?
Yes. Next week, we're going to be continuing our month-long Halloween adventure, and we're going to be talking about some spooky musicals.
Yes! I'm so excited.
Me too.
And remember to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We are on Apple, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. And subscribe to us on YouTube.
Please leave us a review and comment down below to tell us what you thought of the show. And remember to follow us on Instagram at FanFatalesPod for the latest updates and to possibly be featured in a future episode. Now, Emma, where can the people find you on social media?
So my Instagram and TikTok are both at SnippyEmma, SNIPPYEMMA. What about you, Gabs?
I'm at GabbyGent on Instagram, TikTok, and now Twitter. That's GABYJENT.
Our music is by our amazing friend Maddie Macon.
And our editing is by the amazing and wonderful Kara Linsmeyer.
As always, thanks for tuning in.
Boo! The views expressed in this episode are expressly our own and do not reflect that of the brand.